Michael Fabiano, who's been doing this whole fantasy thing for how many years now?
This is my 20th year in the industry.
20th. And how many teams do you have this season?
Too many. At least 12.
12?
Maybe more.
Set those lineups. Okay, so obviously he's seen it all. Yeah. What are some of the most common draft mistakes that you see people making?
Yeah, well, MJD, I think you're going to want to listen to this. People go into their drafts and they don't know what their scoring system or rules are. You're going in absolutely blind. Is it a PPR league? Is it a standard league? Do you get bonus points for 300-yard passers or 100-yard rushers? Are there points taken away for interceptions and fumbles? There's so many different types of rules and scoring systems right now in fantasy football. You need to know exactly what you're getting points for, where you're losing points, and how many players you need to start and at what positions you need to start them.
Yeah, and who's allowed to be your flex.
Exactly. We're going super flex this season.
It's causing a little bit of controversy.
Scott Hansen is already just so nervous about that rule change.
What's another draft mistake that you see people making? Maurice is not entertained.
Yeah, he's not entertained. Well, that's fine with Maurice, right? Hey, you really have to go into your draft with a strategy, right? I mean, you need to know what you're going to do. You need to know, well, am I going to go running backs early? Am I going to go running backs and wide receivers? Am I going to try to get an elite tight end in one of my first 3 or 4 picks? I mean, you need to have a plan.
Is this B-roll of you drafting?
I'm looking at depth charts and scoring systems, and I'm updating my rankings. And I've got my Cowboys helmet. You see those trophies? This is why I give advice for a living, Maurice, because I've won a few of those in my career. Although Lindsay has done the same.
Fab, you act like you're the only one that wins around here.
Well, I know. So Lindsay wins.
Well, you need to be in our league.
Those are your rules. Let me give the people mine. I only have 2.
Don't listen to Fabs.
No, has nothing to do with Fabs. Has nothing to do with Fabs.
Come on, man.
First of all, rule number 1. Scared money doesn't make money. You heard Scott say that earlier. Don't be afraid to take Todd Gurley, Antonio Brown, Ezekiel Elliott. You draft those guys. They'll be there for you. Okay. Last one, don't study long because that means you're going to study wrong. And that's what Fab does all the time.
No,
that's all I'm saying.
I don't know.
We just saw evidence of him trying to study up now.
Mo, you don't do any mock drafts?
No, for what?
To know where people are going, and if you go get your tight end early.
I came in last year.
He mocks Fabiano's drafts.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
And that's why he loses all the time.
I'm with you, Fabs. I'm a prepper.
Love your workspace.
You got it. Come and visit anytime, Sean.
Flex
the biceps anytime you want, man.
Too many silver stars.